Hello, my name is Dr. Craig Childress. I'm a clinical psychologist in Pasadena, California. I specialize in treating ADHD spectrum issues, angry oppositional kids, parenting problems, and problems in family relationships. And today I'm going to talk with you about how to parent a child with ADD. For me in my clinical practice at this point, the diagnosis of ADD is not as helpful as understanding what brain systems are involved in creating the issues we face. For a child who comes in with inattention associated with a diagnosis of attention deficit disorder, one of the primary systems I want to look at is sensory motor processing systems. A lot of kids with ADD or ADHD have problems in sensory motor integration, and it's too often confused with behavioral or emotional problems. So one of the things I'm going to be very alert for is sensory motor processing issues, which if they're suggested, I'd like to get a really good occupational therapy workup. For a child with attention deficit problems, one of the frequent systems that is problematic are motivation systems. There's primarily three motivation systems. One has to do with active exploratory learning to gain mastery skills in the world. We call it play. The other is task-oriented or goal-directed activity. We call it work. There's a third set of motivating systems having to do with relationship. One is the attachment system, the other has to do with psychological connection. The important thing to understand about these motivation systems is that the play system and the work system will not fully engage as long as the relationship system is active. There's a number of reasons for that, but essentially it has a survival advantage. But as long as the child has relationship needs, those will take precedence over the activation of the other motivating systems. So if a child has relationship needs, that typically activates anxiety within the child. For a number of reasons. And if you think about anxiety, it's really hard to focus your attention when you're anxious. You tend to flip from thing to thing to thing. You're scanning all the different attention channels. So oftentimes with a child with ADHD, one of the best things we can do is to help them resolve relationship needs, to feel a sense of belonging and connection, and to feel loved and supported within the family. And in many ways, this often involves helping parents as well manage their issues, having to do with the psychological connection. We're designed to import the experience of other people into us. That's what allows us to feel what actors feel in movies. So if parents are too stressed, too angry, too sad, too anxious, those feelings are getting imported directly into the child. And sometimes that just gets too painful and the child has to break connection with us. And that causes a number of problems in the relationship systems. So one of the things we can do for our kids with ADD is make sure that our own issues as parents, our stresses, our angry levels, our depression are resolved so that we can be there and be available for our kids. To learn more about this and other issues, you can visit my website. Thank you very much.